Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Zigan. I'm back. So we are doing One Punch Man. I believe this chapter came out a day or two ago, maybe a little longer. I'm very excited. I have seen a panel or two of this on Twitter, just funny panels, which I'm gonna probably still laugh at when we see them. Not too much. I don't know what's going on with this chapter. Otherwise, this chapter is chapter 175 of One Punch Man, called The Visitor. You guys will get this Friday night, Friday afternoon, somewhere around there. I'm recording. You guys should get at least this Fairy Tail ASTD video, at least 3 to 4 videos today, maybe more, depending on how much I can get recorded. Right now, before I need to get some sleep, because I got home from work, got an hour of sleep, woke up with my heart racing, and I've been awake since. So, otherwise, like I said, Visitor, we have Fubuki kind of dressed up and dolled up on the cover. Very pretty. But okay, we have Saitama opening his apartment door. You're still around? Of course I am. Please don't just leave me outside. Leave me inside, please. Sure, I'll make myself useful, boss. And we have the last Black Sperm and can't think of his name, Rover, still on the out in front of the apartment. Guess I'll set up a dog house or something. Oh hey, we're gonna fight anyways. How about we make it so the loser has to take care of these guys? A dog and what's this thing? For real? Uki. Monkey? You picked this thing up? Nah, it's just followed me. Sure this isn't some kind of monster? It's not dangerous, is it? Uki. Kuh. So I have to keep pretending to be a monkey. Fine then. Low wager can make us take the fight more seriously after all. He is so confident in his skills. What is his name? Fort? He's overestimating his own skill. He's underestimating Saitama, I should say. His skill is probably really grand. But still, let's go somewhere out in the open. The parking lot would be best. And we can see from like a view from above, and we can see the different layers of streets and stuff and different plazas. This is really cool, the view. The different outdoor facilities and stuff. It almost reminds me of Tight Fairs in a way. Tight Fairs from Battle Angelita, if anyone was curious. So, they're in the parking lot. It's Fort and Saitama across from each other, and then you have Chain Toad, right? Chain Toad, and I didn't write down his name. I absolutely did not write down his name. It's Butterfly. It's something Butterfly. Whatever. You have them out here too, watching. You might end up getting hurt after this. No hard feelings either way, okay? Fort yelling at Saitama. Same goes for you. Once we're done here, you better not come beg to be my disciple. Saitama being serious here. You have Butterfly in the background. Confidence is a great thing for heroes to have. Timid heroes are pretty worthless after all. This is my first time seeing Fort fight, but move into a rhythm isn't a strange thing to do. Even first-rate martial artists do this. If you dismiss his unique fighting style that has been attained through countless real-world experiences as a mere performance, you will be in for a world of hurt. No doubt this man is about to learn that. You are all underestimating Saitama. It's really cool to see, after knowing that Chain Toad is just a mask. We can now see his detailed face underneath the mask when he's saying this, and it's really fucking cool. I really love that. And we can see Fort hitting his music on blast, and you can see the music vibration is actually, he's slowly moving to the music, like getting into the jam. You can see him moving back and forth, and him saying, let's get going. And he looks really fucking cool doing this. Saitama's trying to say something. Huh? It's too late to chicken out. I said, there's a car coming behind you. And fucking Fort gets hit by a car. Oh, okay. It makes sense because the panel I did see was with these two, the Fubuki group, so it makes sense. Also, the cover has Fubuki, but so we hit someone. Are you okay? I kept honking, but he didn't move. Oh man, he's laid out flat. Even worse, this is Fort of Class A. Hey Fort, you alive? Not good. This could be a big problem. Now you know how dangerous it is to listen to music while fighting, right? It almost feels like it's my fault somehow, but... Frog, the chain frog in the background is sweating because he's thinking that, yeah, this is probably not a great idea to be out in the middle of a parking lot doing this. And he probably feels a little bad for Fort right now. It was your car that hit him. Make sure you apologize to him later, Fubuki. Saitama, what are you doing here? You don't actually live here, do you? Well, my apartment was destroyed. Yeah, what else is he gonna do? What the fuck is this? We have Fubuki talking to Saitama. We see Butterfly real quick try and help Fort. Underground parking. We see this like 007 type Porsche type car pulls up, and this guy in like a black suit, black top hat with a giant smile. I can't tell if that's a mask or if it's his actual face, but giant smile across his face. Pulling out of the car. Getting out of the car. We've been waiting for you. This way, please. Oh, it has to be a mask, right? Or if it's his face and he has 4 stars across where his eyes would be. I'm hoping it's a mask. Maybe it's just if it's just his face, that's awesome. I'm guessing Fubuki can sense the aura coming off this dude. Great timing. Saitama, you can come with us. I grant you permission to... The other panel I saw is the panel underneath this is really fucking funny, but we'll get to that here in a second. I grant you permission to accompany us as a special mission. This is one of the panels I saw got leaked because people like sharing funny things when it happens in the manga. Grant you permission to accompany us as a special mission, Class A member of the Fubuki group. Member of what? Man, you're full of yourself as usual. He's in Class A already? Why is it always him? What's so different about him? That panel right there, just that small sliver got shared, and that's fucking funny because, of course, to normal people looking at him, he's advanced from C class all the way up to A class so quickly. It has to be insane to look at. Boss, what should we... Alright, just as he promised. What? Saitama gave Black Sperm and Rover over to the Butterfly. I really want to call him the villain from Adventure Bros. Was it Adventure Bros? Oh, I can't think of that adult swim show. The Mantis, whatever. Butterfly. Well, it's partially my fault for letting them tag along. So let's just take turns taking care of them. Hold on a second. You really dragging us into this? Hey, anyhow, got a thing, so I'll leave you to it. Later. Wait a minute, you. First, This is the other panel, small panel I saw on Twitter. First, it's King. Now it's the Class B Fubuki group. This guy. Are we the only ones who don't know who he is? Which is so fucking so funny because, of course, normal people looking at this, he's talking to King like friends, and then he's also talking to Fubuki like friends too, or just acquaintances, and having him just jump into A class from like, I can't remember, he's like 30 or 40 in B class, wherever he was in B class, to A class now, he has to look so strange to everybody because he just has all these connections already. So it's definitely strange. So, who are we going to meet? You have Saitama in his jumpsuit with Fubuki. You have the two men behind him. I believe they were... The big guy is Mount Ape, and I think the shorter gentleman guy, I think that's Eyelashes. I wrote down their names. You'll see when we get there. Hero Association's headquarters special internment facility. Internment facility? Reception. We're visiting. The number is the inmate. It's currently being visited by someone else. Immediately after that, they are being transferred to another facility, so I'm afraid you'll have to stop the current visitation. This is an emergency. Take us there right away. I wonder who this woman is behind it. So, maybe we've seen her. If we have, I need information. But you have Fubuki. You have Eyelashes in the back. I can tell why he's named Eyelashes. That's his most prominent thing right here. Is his eyelashes. But then you have a woman with like lilies or something out of her, like tucked between her hair. A shorter woman in the middle of the group, but there's emphasis on her because she's right between Fubuki and Saitama, and before you see Eyelashes and the other people with Fubuki. So I wonder who she is. Maybe we'll get more information later on. This is emergency. Take us there right away. Floor B13. It's perfectly safe. We put her to sleep with medication. Moss Association's mastermind, Psychos. Well, did we know if she was dead or did she survive? I think we might have got hinted towards that she survived. I can't remember. This is chapters ago. I don't know why that can't sit with me. Even so, cool. They got her. According to our surveillance data, this individual was even able to fight on even grounds with Tatsumaki. I bet. Temporarily. Was she not? It seems so, yes. We never even managed to get any battleground info, though. So they don't know where he's getting this information, this dude. And the weird, like, the smile guy. She's a valuable specimen with quite a few noteworthy features, not to mention the aforementioned physical mutation. We appreciate you providing her to us. No, it's nothing. We've been short on funding lately, so we can't thank you enough for such a large transaction. We look forward to continuing patronage in the future. We've already stripped her of all human rights by certifying her as a monster. Ugh, that feels so disgusting. Ugh. So you're free to conduct whatever experiments you wish. For us, Tsukuyomi, this sample will no doubt bring... That's in quotations, so I'm gonna write that down. This will be on page 3 of One Punch Man. Page 46. Quotes. Tsukuyomi. The symbol will no doubt bring about a great leap forward to our research. Tsukuyomi. And this... She wasn't fully sedated because she wakes up from hearing this and is like sweating, and she fires off a psychic blast, and it is a mask. It is a mask that comes flying off the dude. Whoa! The medication wasn't working after all. This dude stops her in her place with just 2 fingers, like a finger pistol, just, and knocks out Psychos like that. God. Now, this would all be for not if we ended up damaging your precious brain. So we don't see his full face yet, but he has a small mouth, and his 4 stars are across his forehead. Because here, within the third eye, we've heard so much about, lies the secret to seeing into the future. Future sight is incredible. When a show can bring it up in such a, like, yeah, I could definitely see psychic ability having that power. And having it in One Punch Man would make sense. Oh, so now we see his face. He has the 4 stars across his forehead, small mouth, small nose, and then his eyes are more like a dark outline around them, but then there's like a mark in here and a mark in here. I don't even know what you call them. It's mascara, or maybe it's a birthmark. I don't know. I can't tell with this. Would you like to torture her? We have the facility over there. No need. We'll perform a very thorough craniotomy on her back at the lab. And they're still descending into the facility. What a massive elevator. What do they usually put on it? Oh. Fubuki is remembering back to... I'm guessing she caught Psychos then? Maybe Psychos is stumbling. Girl, got away. Find him. Yeah, Fubuki is here. You're the B class, rank 1 hero, and president of the Society of Supernatural Research. The Blizzard of Hell. It's been a while. Former Vice President Psychos of the Third Eye. Okay, what is this guy? Because him getting her from this group, the Society of Supernatural Research, Fubuki's group, I'm guessing, getting the former vice president would be a league. I'm guessing he wants to advance the future of psychic powers, but he doesn't care what paths he takes if it ends up with the most progression. I'm gonna have to go back and write down the group. I spelled research wrong. I always do this. There's an E in there. Okay. Third Eye, Psychos next to it. Society for Supernatural Research, Fubuki next to it. how the hell did I spell Fubuki wrong when I know how her name is spelled? What is my brain doing? Blizzard of Hell. It's been a while. Former Vice President Psychos of the Third Eye. We still got about 5 pages. The Monsters Association is no more. Surrender yourself peacefully. If you keep using your powers with those injuries, you could endanger your life. Psychos is pissed. Why you? You bitch, Fubuki. You just never stop getting in my way, do you? And you can see she's hulking out. She's putting all her strength into her muscles to try to get probably advantage on Fubuki. Oh, what the hell? When I was 17 and my powers were about to surpass yours, you got desperate and sealed my powers off. Damn. And now, when I was just about to rise to the top of the world, you're going to stand in my way again? That's right. I was a self-centered person. Back when you proposed the Society for Supernatural Research exterminates humanity plan, the people around me said things like, "That's inhuman. The vice president has lost her mind." But for me, all I could think was, once I surpassed my sister and stood at the top of the world, there would be no point in being the top if nobody else was there. That makes sense. If you wiped out humanity and there was only you at the top of the world, you would get lonely pretty quickly. For every high, there is a low. For every winner, there is a loser. She's trying to take the losers away from me. Psychos is so self-centered. Psychos is my enemy. Enemies must be crushed. So, from an early age, Fubuki wanted to get rid of Psychos because of that plan that she had. You'll be the one to get crushed this time, and I mean that literally, physically. I'm nothing like I was in our school days. I don't have even the smallest speck of hesitation. And Psychos is pointing to the sky, and she's making these rock boulders, but they're big giant spikes, and send them to where Fubuki is. What's that? And we see Eyelashes, Mount Ape, and the girl again. I don't know her name. We might have seen her name. If you, like I said, if you guys know it, tell me. But we have them all sit yelling, "Lady Fubuki!" This is the last page. You just have them both attacking. Let me actually make sure it's the last page, because last time I did one of these, there's an extra page or a page or two that never got posted on one of these sites. Let me go over to a different site. I would be scrolling with a bar, but it's invisible on the site. Okay, that is the end of the chapter, which is good to know. Yeah, so you have them powering up to fight each other. So maybe next chapter we'll see how Fubuki eventually beat Psychos and captured her, which is great to know. Apparently, there's 2 other chapters in here. I'm just quickly seeing if I've read them. Like bonus chapters. There's usually a bonus chapter every so often. Okay, so that was just bonus pictures. Never mind. Apparently that is a different manga entirely. Okay, so 8.5 out of 10. That's what I'm giving this. They're definitely building up towards this fight, and hopefully we continue in next chapter. I'm gonna have to quickly go find. What? How early was that happened? The guy arriving. Okay, so we didn't. Other than Sukuma Tsukuyomi. Other than Tsukuyomi, we don't really know too much. We just know that he wants to proceed, like, advance the psychic community, but it doesn't matter what path he takes. And he has the money to spend to get his way. That's what I'm taking from it. Maybe I'm reading into it wrong. If I am, I'm sorry. But that's how I'm reading into it. Maybe he's a good guy. Who knows? But yeah. If he is a good guy, awesome. That would be incredible if he's a good guy. Because he seems like a powerful person to just be able to shut off psychos like that in an instant with no problem. Let me just quickly look up something. God damn it, I'm that far behind. 4 chapters behind in that. Damn it. Something else I have to cover today. Sakamoto's Days. Thought it was only like 2 behind. Yeah, but for the chapter, it's the funny parts in the beginning where them question what is different with Saitama. How did he gain the rank so quickly? But also the Chain Toad and the Butterfly Dude both question if they're the only people that don't know him because he's talked so leisurely with King and the Fubuki group. But also have Fort start and get into motion, but then to have it strike. Like, that was them just teasing Fort's ability but not showing Fort, which is fine. I'm perfectly fine with them doing that. Hopefully we will see Fort fight in the future because I'm very curious with him. I'm also curious with Butterfly. We have seen Chain Toad fight a little bit. It was in the OVA. I don't know if it was in any chapters, but we have seen them fight. Maybe we saw Butterfly fight. Who knows? I don't think we have. But to see those two fight would be great. Just see abilities and what they do for fighting. But yeah, to have Fort knocked out because of hubris, because him not being able to hear the car, to then say Saitama pass off Rover and Black Sperm and say, let's just share him. Let's just every now we'll switch back and forth who takes care of them, which is funny because yeah, Saitama definitely probably feels like it was his fault. Same thing with Chain Toad. He probably feels the same way, that this was his fault for Fort getting hit by a car here, because it definitely felt that way with how it was drawn. Also, really cool sky view of the Hero Association building downward from one side. We have a girl in the Fubuki group that I'm very curious about. Maybe we've seen. Who knows? Other than that, I wonder if she will be able to stop the guy from taking her. I don't think she will, because the guy just paid so much money, but I wonder how this is going to go down. I'm just more focused on the fight. I really want to see Fubuki fight and beat Psychos, because that's how it has to end up, right? For Psychos to be obtained, like being held here. Otherwise, to get some of Fubuki's past and see her realize Psychos was a threat so early on from how her thinking was, to then think, yeah, why would you be if you're alone at the top, you would definitely become, if you're the sole top of the world, you would be alone, and you would get lonely so quickly. Which makes the most sense. Otherwise, like I said, 8.5 out of 10. If you guys like the video, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, I recommend subscribing to the channel to keep up with a lot of content. Otherwise, this has been Mr. Zigan signing off. Have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good night, wherever you are, just have a good day. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace.